Welcome everybody, François JDR D30, making some kind of a video response to Mr. Perpetual, who made a video on YouTube. It was a rant about silent players. Well, I've made some written response to him, giving him some advice to how to deal with that, but I thought it was interesting to have it on video and giving my opinion about this rant, okay? Well, you know, Mr. Perpetual was a great channel, by the way. The link will be below. Go see that. Well, seemed very upset about one of his friend, in fact, that he was around the table and not saying anything. He was silent, okay? He was just rolling the dice when he was told to. You know, a kind of NPC player, okay? That only there when we need him, when we need a hand. Yeah, I know. I have lots of that around my table, and yeah, I may see why it may be annoying, because you put an effort in that and you want everyone to contribute. But something you have to know, well, to consider is that it's not everyone that has the same skill of how they can contribute to a game, and maybe they're just uncomfortable. Maybe they feel that they are not up to it. Maybe they feel that they will say things that are silly. We don't know, or they just silent because they are. That's how they are in life. But I don't feel that it's a subject that needs that much of a rant, okay? It may be annoying, but you don't have to get angry against those people. My point of view about that is that you have to be patient with those kind of people, because you have to provoke them in game to make them talk. You know, one of the tip I said was you know, to provoke some interaction with NPCs, like a waitress spilling her drink on him, a shadowy figure taking him to the corner, and in exchange of a clue for this adventure, he will ask him to tell him about what he did the last adventure, what he saw, or something like that. It may be an old friend inspired by this character's background, you know, and along the road he meets up with him, okay? So provoke some you know, some situations, because the silent type has to be trained. It's kind of a shell that has to be broken to let the role player out. Anyone can be a good role player. And you know, on the Facebook group there was other tips, and I even posted a link about a video that Billion6 made that was called the hot seat, which is a very fun way to make a character talk. I think I will put the link below. I really like this video. It's kind of a way to force a player to talk and create stuff about his character. So it's very efficient in my opinion. But the thing is, you have to be patient. You know, in a role-playing game, you know, I've read comments about this video saying everyone has to contribute. I know it's annoying. I share the feeling. I can't stand that type of player. Hey, you don't have to be that much radical, okay? Let's bring it back to the basic. It's a game. It's a game you play with your friends. For example, you know, if you at your job you start a hockey league, okay, with your colleagues, okay. Well, for sure, no one will perform like Wayne Gretzky, okay? No one will perform like Sidney Crosby. No one will be as good as that. And maybe one of your colleagues will be in the goalie because he said, I want to be the goaler. But maybe he never did that in his life, so he will not react when the puck, you know, goes into the goal. But I don't think that in a friendly hockey league like that, people will say, oh, we're bad, it's annoying, and no, you know, we will sit down together and we will try to help out that player, giving it tips, or maybe even giving him just another job in the team and send another player in the goal. It's just for the fun. And I feel that role-playing game is that. It's something you play with your friend, and he says that the player in question, it's his friend. So yeah, you do it in a friendly manner, and you know, I've said to him, you may talk to the other players to interact with this character, and at some point it will work. Personally, I think most of the case I had the silent player, at some point they were getting in the game. With the tips I have applied, these are simple, but you know, at some point they were able to participate and all that, and you have to be patient. You have to prove that everything he said, you know, he has some value, okay? Maybe the first time he will talk, it will not be as shiny as other players around the table. It doesn't matter. If he says something very simple, well, another tip is take that and try to make it something important into your adventure. Okay, if you say something about, oh, maybe there's a magic trap on the door, and well, why not create a magic trap on the fly to prove him right? Why not? If it fits the story, of course, but you know, that's an example. And yeah, be patient, don't have to be angry. You know, we're not playing here the RPG Olympics, you know. It's not a competition. Yeah, you are expecting, you know, a certain level of participation from your players, but keep in mind that it's a game you play with your friends, and your friends have their own abilities to get into the game. And yeah, if you're, well, before they got to your expectation, it may take some time, but maybe you have to take him by the hand and get him through it there. Yeah. And to you, Perpetual, and all the commenters that can't stand a player like that, just listen to me, just calm down. You know, there's a good role player in anybody, and don't kick out, you know, a silent type just because he's silent. You know, give him a chance and try to provoke him in situations where he will have to talk. And you will reveal a good role player, and you will get confidence into that, I'm sure. And personally, I'd rather have a silent type around the table than someone who will talk all the time and will talk things out of character and will make you know, jokes all the time. You know, these types who talks all the time are a bit harder to handle, because they want to talk. You know, it's a kind of a need for them, so they just can't stop talking, and that's what they want. And you know, I think it's a habit that it's harder to change. Okay, while the silent player, well, probably in real life he can talk normally, so it's just to get him into this, to talk into the game. Okay, so for me, I find them easier to deal with, and I had more success with them overall. So just to remind me, because maybe I will forget, Perpetual, I will have a link of your video. I will have a link to your channel, because I love your channel and I think people should look at that. It's a good channel, straight to the point, short videos, things we like, role-playing games. I will put a link of Billion 6 hot seat video, and yeah, I think it will be all. So feel free to leave comments and all that, and see you next time. Bye.